Did you binge watch that one, or did you watch it like as
binge watched it both seasons? Yeah.
Same.
Actually, no. I started Stranger Things, the first one, watched the fuck out of it because I liked it.
Yeah.
Second season, I got like 5 episodes in or something, and just with all the little critter that like the fat kid's like raising is like a little monster, and it was,
Yeah, that's right.
And then I was like, I can't remember what his name was. He had like a little nickname for it, but whatever.
I forget.
Yeah,
it's
been since it came out, and then like about 6 months later, I went and I just fucking rewatched the whole fucking thing.
I might have to rewatch it just because they're gonna do a third season now pretty
in
soon.
July.
Yeah, I'm so stoked about that, dude.
Yeah, so we're right there.
Yeah, Stranger Things, that was good. Like, I liked it because it had that 80s styling, and the music had like tracking that was being adjusted, like it would go in and out.
Yeah.
And there were hella people online that are like, that's dumb because this is from 1982 and this is from 1986.
Oh yeah.
And this is from 1984. Like, what 80s year is it supposed to be?
Yeah, the same people don't have a problem with all the loopholes in all the X-Men movies. So
yeah, that's why I'm like, why can't you stop being a hater?
Right.
Why can't you just go fuck yourself?
Yeah. I mean, they probably do, but not in the way we're meaning. Seeing if I have anyone
watching
else
you and the last episode. So Steven is watching us and Stranger
Nice.
Things right now. Nice.
Multitask.
And Corey, what's up, man? Always a pleasure. Yeah, so I'm kind of, I mean, we don't really have, we got a couple of guys in the chat here. Yeah, feel free to give us topics, man, if you guys want us to talk about anything specifically. I'm kind of messing around with our Spotify right now, trying to figure out the deal with it connecting with our SoundCloud. Because I got one, so shout out to Chelsea. She actually is the one who kind of lit a fire under my ass because she says that she listens to it. She doesn't want to download a new app to use Spotify.
Right.
Which is understandable. Don't want to get another app if you're only going to use it for one fucking thing.
Right.
So I'm going to kind of dick around with this for a little bit while we're live here. Where do you reckon I find my RSS key? I think it's in here. Streaming?
You know the thing is about dogs? They got hair everywhere. Just saying.
That is, yes.
It's an ongoing struggle with the German Shepherd.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The
struggle is real.
I know this.
Yeah.
I know this.
I just had one random hair on the top of my can. I'm like, really?
Just everywhere? Like, I live with the same German Shepherd.
Sure.
Yeah. Let me see here. So let's get started. Let's throw this up. This was the issue that I was having. Is it like it doesn't like... Yeah, so the email address connected to that feed belongs to your hosting provider. I'm going to fucking...
Wait, Huckabee is running for fucking governor of Arkansas? What the fuck?
Where are you seeing that?
On the chat, up above you, Corey.
Huckabee running for governor
I didn't hear
of
about that.
Arkansas. We should look that up.
You know, I went today and looked on Fox News' webpage and CNN's just for some extra stories for show prep for later on when we do the actual podcast. And it was like, there was nothing going on that's like hasn't been in the news for the last couple days, like that I saw on their covers. It was like really boring. I mean, I found tons of cool stories that were way more entertaining, like 40,000-year-old wolf's head found in Siberia. That was one. And, I mean, there's a bunch of just random weird ones. It's like,
I love it when we find stuff that is like
obscure.
Tens of thousands of years old, because then it's like,
oh yeah.
I don't know. It's fascinating to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Found some other cool stories too, but you'll have to watch that show tomorrow.
Yeah. We talking about, is it Sarah Huckabee?
If it's Arkansas.
Yeah, the secretary, the president secretary lady. All right, let's fucking see what this is all about.
Oh, LeBute.
Oh my god.
God dang, dude. She looks like Jim Carrey when he was dressed up like the fucking aerobics instructor in martial arts one, where it's like it was supposed to be a chick with taking steroids.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
Put it on for them real quick.
That's from like In Living Color or something,
Living
right?
Color, yeah.
Hey, which monitor do we have set? Is it
the
this
same one? Yeah, the same one.
I can't. Could you?
You don't go up, you just go over. Yeah.
It's fucking annoying sometimes.
Yeah. But yeah.
Alt. Yes, I'm assuming it's.
Right.
I can't actually see what it's.
Yeah. Well, it'll pop up on ours, right? We just have a lag.
That one, yeah.
Yeah.
Just take a second.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
okay,
it
there
is.
it is. Cool.
I said, ma'am. It's like Carrillo DeVille or something like that. It's some name like that. It's some name. I don't remember what it is, but yeah. That's what it reminded me of.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Dude, for governor? Oh, my God. Yeah, give her more power. She.
Yeah, I
don't
don't know
know
about that, but whatever. It's bad no matter what, so.
The fact that there's a governor, I already don't like, so there's that.
Yeah, quit governing me, bro.
Fuck, dude.
Right.
Okay, I'm checking out this error that I got with Spotify. I'm trying to figure it out real quick. Blah, blah, blah.
That face takes some special love.
Someone special to love it.
Oh, yeah. Maybe even the mama didn't like her. The doctor slapped her a few times when she came out, you know? It's like,
Slap her with an ugly stick.
She got a backhand, too.
What can I do to fix it? Your podcast RSS feed. Does anybody know anything about RSS feeds and that type of shit? Because I have no idea. And it's making this really difficult for me to get on Spotify.
Where's your boy, what's his name, that knows all that? Is it Kurt?
Kurt, I don't know if he knows about RSS feeds. Shout out to Kurt, though.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so let me see what this says. It looks like your email address contains something extra. Try using the following format. What? This is just so weird. So there's that. Blah, blah, blah.
I like how we do like our maintenance and all our like when we're learning how to do shit just randomly
on
here.
a live stream. Yeah, I mean it is what it is. Like that's kind of what live streams are.
Sure.
It's like, yeah, watch us do. Even though like you can't see my screen.
Right. And not that you'd want to. It's boring as fuck.
It really is. But you know, having someone to talk to while we
it's
do
really
it
a Pornhub.
is nice.
That's what it really is. But yeah.
Missing some things. That's not okay. That's not the fucking error that I get though. Hang on a second.
Yeah. Does anyone have a cure out there for chafing? I was watching Pornhub all last night. I couldn't get any sleep. I was watching the Grim 86 podcast.
Gold Bond.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so I'm wondering if, because the email that we're using for our SoundCloud is not the same email we're using for Spotify, and I'm wondering if maybe I have to.
Yeah. Change that.
Yeah, maybe we have to make a Spotify account for the podcast. All right, let's try it. Let's log in. I think I made one.
Yeah, we're trying to get everything like all squared away with this podcast here in the next couple months. Like that's kind of our goal. Get everything laid out, planned out, streamlined, and then go forward with the new plan of attack since we're shadow banned.
Yeah, probably new website, new some sort of a hub.
Yep.
You know, we're not quite sure what we're going to do yet, but
we're literally in battle planning mode right now. Just starting this last weekend, right?
Whoa. Look at this fucking username it gave us. Some randomly generated one. That's dumb. Changing that shit.
Yeah, it looked like a fucking weird math problem or something.
Yeah.
It was like, what the fuck?
Oh, I guess you can't. I guess like it's
It's already locked in or whatever.
Yeah, it's like you can't edit it.
So what did you guys do? You guys do anything cool for Father's Day? Me and Jamie partied separately, but we both partied pretty fucking hard on Saturday night, which is technically Sunday morning.
Yeah.
And we were both hurting. Well, I don't know about hurting, but we were pretty beat. You know what I mean? Like tired.
Fucking exhausted.
What do you remember what time you went to bed?
Like something like 4.
Because it was 4 something
like
when me and you shared a couple messages back and forth.
Yeah, it was brutal.
Yeah, he's like, Johnny, where are you? You coming home? And I was like, yeah. And then about an hour later, no.
Nope.
So yeah, I was drinking by a bonfire till 7 or 8 in the morning.
Dude, this is the fucking best. Watching the
Corey
fucking sun come up and shit.
Corey went fishing. That sounds
Oh,
cool.
there you go. Nice.
Our buddy Aaron from the podcast went fishing too for Father's Day. That was his little gig.
Same fucking error, dude. Ask them to update
And,
it to an email address that you own. I do own the email address. What the fuck is the problem?
Yeah, and Jamie barbecued some tri-tip sausages. We did some hot dogs. And
Brussels, too.
Brussels sprouts were bomb.
That whole fucking thing
was for
Aaron, and then he didn't even show up.
You have
So-
failed this podcast.
Made some bomb-ass Brussels sprouts.
They were
dude.
good. And we saved like a little handful for him. And then when we found out he wasn't coming, we're all, fuck him. We just all ate them. Yeah.
Dude. They were so fire.
Shout out to Val. She fragranced them.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she prepared them. I just threw them on the fucking grill, cooked them.
Yeah, Jamie's more better at beating the meat, and she's better at fragrancing the veggies.
So I'm wondering, this is very strange because I think it's like it wants me to change the email address that we're using on the SoundCloud. But that doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't make any sense.
Like,
And then Steven was hanging out by the pool.
there you go. Burnt a tri-tip, too much fat on it. Damn thing caught fire. Yeah, dude. I did what I do is I usually, I don't cut the fat off a tri-tip. I put it on fat side down first so it does catch on fire because I like to make a little
Singe. Bark.
Yeah, a little bark on the
Yeah.
outside. Like, I kind of like that you called it that.
Yeah, it was good. I thought it was good. And then the day before I had it, I had tri-tip also. What was the other one? Oh, there he is. It's Chuck.
Oh, okay.
Just remember when it says head jerk, it's my boy Chuck.
Nice. What's
Yeah.
up, Chuck?
Yeah. What up? We're just pretty much douching around right now. So
Fucking tooling
yeah.
around.
Well, Jamie's trying to be a little productive, even though it's not leading anywhere.
Yeah.
But he's doing something about it. He's trying to.
I'm trying to fucking find out, like, okay. It's like it's not coming up with that exact error on
Right.
Google. So I don't, like, the email address connected to that feed belongs to your hosting provider. Ask them to update it to an email address you own. That
doesn't make sense.
It doesn't, because it
Yeah.
is an email address
Yeah.
that I own.
Yeah, that
Like, I
already
don't-
happened. That was what we did from the get-go. They don't own the Grim 86 fucking email.
Corey said his had fat on both sides, so the whole thing just went up.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, usually I've never had a tri-tip that has fat on both sides. Luckily.
Yeah. It was like napalm barbecue pit.
Yeah, holy shit. Yeah, mine ended up being a little overdone because it was almost a 4-pound tri-tip. So
Were you cooking, Corey, were you on charcoal or were you on or wood or whatever, or were you on actual like gas? Because the gas, I've had even the problem where, you know, when you get a real fatty piece of meat and you have to end up turning it down because it just keeps catching.
Yep.
But you can kind of manage it. But I guess on a fire, I mean, with briquettes would be a little bit harder. Just depending on your setup.
Yeah, it's
The setup that John had over, shout out to John, over at his place when I was over there on Saturday, they were doing tri-tip too. And that was like one of those big barrels, like smoker barrel barbecue things.
oh yeah.
Yeah, and that was pretty badass.
He said he does gas.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Beta.
You're all turning, I bet you were like turning it all the way fucking down and it's still going up. I've had that even with sausages sometimes, dude. Just depending on how fucking fatty they are, I guess.
Oh yeah, I had some flare up on our grill for sure.
Fucking crazy.
And they-
And it's
and
like,
they
it's on fucking low, dude. Like,
Yeah, calm down.
yeah, chill the fuck out, Obama.
Chuck says, have you heard about IGN getting all beta about the new Call of Duty coming out because it's too realistic?
No.
I have not actually. What do you? Can you elaborate on that, Chuck? Like, what's IGN
Like gore or tactics?
Because so IGN has been around a long fucking time.
Yeah,
I
of course,
used to
he
go to
cooks on low.
I used to go to IGN back when it was IGN 64, when like the Nintendo 64 was popular. But then they shortened it to just IGN. They do like all platform gaming now, and they're mainly like they do reviews and they do first looks and they're kind of like PC Gamer, where it's like a hub where
Okay.
you get gaming related stories, right?
It's independent of, it doesn't have nothing to do with it really, right?
Not with Call of Duty, no.
Right.
But what he's saying there is that they're getting all beta about it, like they're being fucking pussies.
So
about
they're
being too
basically,
realistic,
yeah. It's like a news organization separately
Yeah.
for video games is getting triggered, basically.
Exactly. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, we'll see what he says because I'm interested to hear more about that. It's just like the fucking parents getting all pissed off at the Grand Theft Auto games for,
Yeah.
oh my God, they can kill prostitutes.
Right.
And it's like, well, it's
and
a
then
fucking
before that, it
game.
was listening to Ozzy Osbourne back in the day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's always going to be something.
They
And
were
before that, it was rock and roll music with like Elvis and shit.
yeah, right. As always, there's always something people have an
They're
outrage about.
dancing.
He said they're too jarred by the actual realism of the game. So I wonder if that's like, if it's graphics or if it's
Content, probably.
yeah, actual content.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so here's a Call of Duty related
He's
story.
like, I said, bitch.
Yeah,
Too real.
too real. They
And like they've ever been operating before, so I'm not buying that they even know what realism is.
I mean, they do okay as far as for their R&D like that they put into the game. They do all right. So there was one that was really controversial that came out several years ago.
Donkey Kong Jr.
Donkey Kong Jr.
Yeah.
Diddy Kong Racing
Yeah.
is what it was called.
Yeah.
No, they did. There was a level that you had to play through where you played as the terrorists, dude.
Oh, I remember
Where
this.
you just gunned down people in
This
an
is
airport.
the airport. Yeah. That was Call of Duty 2, right? Wasn't it?
I don't remember which one
was something like
it was,
I had
think it was
that
one of the
before.
Modern Warfare
Yeah,
ones.
yeah.
But yeah, that was like
Yeah.
fucking people were up in arms about
Yeah,
that.
you walked all slow and you're like gunning down everyone.
Yeah.
Just taking your time.
Yeah, you just fucking 249 through an airport.
Yeah,
like-
exactly.
Well, you know what would help
It's
you
a video game. God damn.
against a 249?
Right.
These guys right here.
Yeah, sure.
So we
But not anything else. I mean,
Yeah.
above that. But yeah.
Well, actually, these are up to 44 Magnum. They'll stop.
Yeah. But rifle rounds are going to be more velocity, so
Yeah,
yeah. But yeah.
it'll still do it.
You want to talk about this now, or you want to?
We can save it.
Okay.
We
It's whatever
save
you
it.
want to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I wanna mess around with this-
Yeah,
this,
for sure.
This thing. First.
Yeah, we got. If you guys can see, you got some plates. So we'll talk about those in a little bit.
Stick around.
Stick around. That's what we call in the industry a teaser.
We're in the industry.
exactly. Oh shit! Fucking science, bro. It is what it is. We get paid top dollar for this stuff. We made $1.
A whole
$1.
dollar. You know what's fucked?
It's actually not true because like Corey, shout out to Corey, Steven, who are watching, have bought merchandise. So technically,
Yeah, that is true.
technically.
That is true.
But on YouTube, officially, $1. It's kind of nice.
Here's the fucked up part. PayPal took almost half of it.
Sure.
Did you know
oh,
that?
Yeah. Oh, I know.
think-
yeah, they have a big cut.
I think we got 67 cents.
Yeah,
for that
69.
dollar.
69
cents. But yeah, that is what it is though. Like Danny at least tested it for us. Shout out to Danny.
He says graphics and content. So
Yeah. Okay, so it's both then. Well, I mean, this. So
and Corey
this is-
says it's going to be an awesome game then.
Yeah, I hope so. So here's the thing about Call of Duty. Ever since I think like the first Modern Warfare, like I played Call of Duty because it was World War II era, the first one that came out, and then there was 2 and 3, and those were also I think either World War I or II style era.
I feel like they should just name the game Fart though,
fart
or Poop or something, because like it's
Shit.
making a call of duty.
duty.
So I'm all these years.
All these years,
It all makes sense now.
Duty.
Yeah.
a shart. It'll be called
Yeah,
shart from
sure.
now on.
I like it.
Modern sharting
Yeah.
tactics.
Yeah. Stay out of the water and the pot.
So they the thing so what happens after that one is like when I got into the Modern Warfare thing was when Battlefield 2 came out. Battlefield 2 came out and like generally you were either a Battlefield player or you were a Call of Duty player. Battlefield was much bigger and had vehicles where Call of Duty was much smaller.
Yeah, it was more of the shooting. Just
yeah,
the shooting.
it was like more it was more arcadey, right?
Yep.
Less about tactics, more about fucking running gun, 360 no scope and that kind of shit. This new one, this new Modern Warfare one, like that might actually get me back into it.
Yeah.
because like the Black Ops franchise, like
Right.
what I don't like is that
I
there's
fucking loved that shit.
Black Ops.
So that when everyone's like, when did you stop playing video games? Right around that era is like when I got out of it. But I loved that shit.
Okay.
Like I beat it. I was like, okay, I gotta play this game. I'd sit there for like 4 hours, just beat the game, and then start playing all the other shit. But I'd always
Okay.
want to play the whole fucking game. I'd have like all the lights out, all the the TV up as loud as you could,
Oh,
just
hell yeah.
fucking totally operator mode, bro.
Fucking into it.
Yeah. But that
This-
was when I got out of video games.
This
right
new one, I actually might play again because the newest Battlefield games that have come out, Battlefield 1, Battlefield 5, World War 1 and 2.
Yeah, I saw those.
Like,
yeah.
and I fucking so
The World War One was cool for a second, just because I've never seen that before, like in the gameplay.
Yeah.
But then it's just like, okay, there's a tractor rolling around with a gun on it, and like a first tank,
like they're not cool.
and it's like everything's bolt gun, and it's just kind of like
you know what my thing is? What I fucking hate is the using iron sights.
Yeah.
Like in video games.
Well, because you're just not used to it.
It's
Yeah.
in video games.
No, I know. Yeah,
it's
totally
hard.
different thing. Yeah.
Like I love having a reflex sight or a fucking
Right.
hollow or something. I hate fucking irons in games.
It feels like, when you're trying to find the right gun that you want in any level, and you eventually get your gun, like in a couple of seconds or minutes, you'll find the gun that you want to use to fight in the battle, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's like the whole World War I game, you're just fucking playing with the shit gun.
It really
You know what I
does.
mean?
Yes.
It
really fucking does.
Yep.
They I did actually do a playthrough of I think the first 3 of the campaigns, because their campaigns were actually kind of a cool. I live for cutscenes in games, so you have to play through the actual game so you can watch like a 2-minute cutscene.
Right.
And I just love the fucking cutscenes.
And what game were you saying?
This is Battlefield 1.
Got you.
It's actually, you can actually go watch it over on the Looney Bin on YouTube on the Looney's Entertainment. The videos are still up there, so you can go watch the playthrough if you want. This is back before I had my microphone and stuff, so the audio quality is not the greatest.
It was like off the computer or whatever?
Yeah, it was. Well, I had a shitty microphone. Was the thing. I had this one that I'd had for like 15 years, and it was just like an old stick like webcam mic from the late
Nice.
90s, like
Nice.
some bullshit.
You had the headset. Don't lie. That would be awesome.
I have a headset now,
No, but I mean like totally like 1990s style.
like the one ear
Britney
headset,
Spears style or Madonna style, actually.
like a version.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Talk about the funniest song ever, right? Like, for her.
Yeah.
It's like, no, doesn't add up.
Yeah,
Even back
yeah.
then, I was like, doesn't add up.
I don't think
Yeah.
she's being truthful.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I get fucking back to this. What the like, I cannot find this error anywhere. It doesn't exist in Google. Like,
Yeah,
that
they're like, they're
exact
fucking
error.
with you, basically, is what this is saying.
I guess I could contact them. It's saying contact SoundCloud customer support though.
Yeah, I remember we had that one, it was like, 48 hours that we couldn't get on our fucking SoundCloud, and you were like, it's probably like a maintenance thing or something.
Yeah, but this has been a week. Like,
But that was right when it ended. Like, we got back on it, and then, I don't know. It's been weird since then.
it seems like it took away the stuff from Spotify. Like I had it
Right.
from SoundCloud rather. Like I had it here, and then I used to be able to search for it in Spotify, and it would come up all the Grim 86 stuff. But now, when
Yeah,
you
it's
type it in.
not giving you shit.
Yeah, it's that one from that Podbean or that whatever the fuck.
Podbean?
Yeah, I
The
put us.
fuck?
Yeah, I put us on another SoundCloud type thing.
Right.
Because I thought it was going to be free to put us on Spotify. But
Oh, like to host it.
yeah, but it only let me put up one episode, and it's like, no, you got to pay for it. I'm like, you fuckers, dude. Like, how come there's no free,
Yeah.
hosting? Yeah, see, look, there's actually
Oh, read Chuck's up there, head jerk.
drink a few more beers, you'll figure it out. Yeah,
one above that. Read that.
50-minute gameplay demo was essentially Call of Duty's recreation of the Osama bin Laden raid at the end of Zero Dark 30. No shit.
There you go. There's your answer. That's why I was like, no, you got to read that one.
Oh, I want to play that shit. That's crazy. That was that scene that I watched that movie for.
Like the only good thing in the whole goddamn fucking movie,
yeah,
bro.
I like if I'd have known that it was gonna be
A liberal propaganda,
Like,
weird fucking movie.
just all politics the entire
Yeah.
time. I was
and
like,
boring as fuck, bro.
dude. I just wanted to see fucking cowabunga time at the end
Sure.
there, dude.
Yeah, that's all everyone wanted to see. And then it was kind of quick, too. You know what I mean? Like, considering you had
See,
to wait.
they're up there. You can watch.
So how the fuck?
You just have to search for it, I guess.
Yeah, I'm looking at all of them. What's the number count? All?
Uh,
Does this update automatically from SoundCloud?
Yeah,
So
everything.
it should
is-
have up to 40, right?
So we have, 39 or 30. Let's see.
40's on there now, so I don't know.
There's 38, and there's another 30. I think 38 was the one it uploaded on both.
Right. I know. I remember what you're talking about. The 38, 39 or something like that.
Let's see.
So check our regular SoundCloud and just look to see if 40's up there just to make sure I'm not crazy, but I'm almost positive that I put on there.
All right.
There's been like one time I forgot and had to put it a couple days late.
Let's see. Yeah, Corey's like, I'll play that game. I fucking would too, bro. 40. Yeah, it's on here.
Okay, so it's on there. So that was on yeah, I put it up there on Tuesday or Wednesday.
So like when I'm looking for this,
It's not there.
I mean it looks like it's trying to load more. So
Okay.
let's see if that pops
Yeah.
up. But
Don't break the internet again, Jamie.
I'm trying
When
not
we
to.
lost we lost contact last week. That was weird. And then it made 2 recordings out of it, but automatically popped us back on for live stream.
There's something called 86 Grim with 2 M's on Spotify. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But is it though?
Is it? So Grim 86 is our profile. How does it have my playlists from my personal account?
Should
on
probably
there?
go on to our thing and change the thing that says testing for overlay, whatever you put on there last time. On our actual right now live stream.
Like on.
Yeah,
is
it
up
says something
here?
like testing for
Come on, go up.
I just saw it right now when I was scrolling through.
Well, I said something. It was in the chat.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe I read it wrong.
Yeah. So like it.
Oh, it's at the top of the chat. The way mine looks, it looked like when I glance at it, it looks like description.
It looks like it's pinned or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, I got you.
Never mind.
So we have. Okay, so this is the account.
So we watched, Jamie watched about 30 minutes of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Batman or vice versa, however it goes. And I watched the whole thing.
Yeah, I
So I'm not going to spoil anything for no one. But what I will say, the only thing that was kind of surprising to me, it was good. First off, it was good. The surprising part for me is that they try to make it real like kid friendly kind of in like a lot of parts, but then there's like death. Like they're not like holding back on the violence end of it. So it's kind of that was a little like I guess like a disconnect for me a little bit. Like it was kind of like, whoa, they just like this guy's head just got chopped off. And then they're like joking around like it's like all like fun and cute and kids. It was kind of weird. Like that was the only part, and I mean that's like as a whole, like the whole thing. What was cool is the Batman story kind of felt like it was revolving around like the animated series, and they kind of tried to stay as true as they could to that. And the same with the Turtles, it was kind of like their cartoon, and they kind of tried to stay pretty true to that. So I thought it was pretty cool. I think it's worth a watch. Jamie's got to watch the other, pretty much just half of it, I guess.
Okay, I'm just gonna go and straight up contact these guys.
Contact them, bro.
I'm gonna make contact.
Contact SoundCloud.
Having issue with sound.
I'm having issue with your shit service, bro.
Get help using SoundCloud? Sure, we'll just do that.
Do you need a relay?
I do need a relay.
I'll be back.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna type this out here. I'm gonna tell these fuckers, dude. I don't understand what's going on. Like, why? It's there, but then I get an error, and you can't. Spotify doesn't let you like remove, like a podcast from your profile. So like I can't go in there and delete the one that only has one episode. It's like I don't know, but then on Spotify, that's the only one that shows up. Like the ones from SoundCloud don't show up. Thank you very much. That's all right. I'll fucking type this up real quick.
It's all right. Knock over one of the lights just fucking with your can. It's all right.
That's fine.
Sorry, Kenny. Aaron was trying to get over here early, too, to do one of these live streams, but he got stuck at work, so. Hopefully he'll be here for the main show, and we're hoping Kenny's still alive, as usual. What did I say that one week? Feel like we're always just explaining why the other guys aren't here.
It happens a lot.
It is what it is. And then anyone out there that knows Jamie, just keep messaging him if you're friends with Jamie, and just keep private messaging him about when we're going to do our barbecue.
Me? Why me all the time?
Well, we need a date.
For the Freedom Barbecue, basically?
Yeah.
Are we just going to do it here? Is that what we decided
We could do it here, or we could do it at your location, your other one. So depending on how many we're going to have. Here,
Okay.
probably around 20, tops.
Yeah.
And so it just depends on like who's interested and all that shit. And then we had another place also volunteer. So remember how Joe? I told you he said.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah. So we just need to figure it out. That's all.
Blah blah blah. It's like, oh, you forgot the email address associated with SoundCloud. It's like, no, it's not what I fucking did.
Because Corey needs a little bit of time too, because he's going to be traveling for a little bit of distance.
That's true. How would you like to?
Yeah.
Email.
I'll message Corey and say, "Do you have any vacations coming up? Private message me and let me know your schedule, and I'll coordinate it." We should do a live broadcast at Taco Bell. Me and you should definitely do that.
Don't fucking threaten me with a good time.
Yeah, exactly. We should do that.
That would be fucking great.
That'd be epic.
First apparel.
Yeah, it's about a 2-hour drive, I think. And then Jamie's going to be designing a taxation is theft shirt pretty soon here. That's on the to-do list.
Yep. The only reason I haven't done it yet is because I'm trying to get one that looks like the hashtag science and hashtag debatable shirt.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't remember the font that I used.
Yeah, but we could always just make it different.
Yeah, I guess we could. We should make that the rated F for freedom shirt. We should.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That'd be a fucking awesome shirt.
Yeah. Fuck, dude, how did we not think of that before? I like that. It's a good idea.
What was the track list or playlist URL you were having trouble with? Let's do
Jamie's, for anyone that just tuned in, thumbs up the video. Make sure you follow, subscribe, like, all that good shit. And Jamie's doing his technical, his tech work right now. So, yeah, there's that going on. So anyone that's, like, coming in right now and like, what is Jamie talking about? You know?
This fucking dude.
Yeah.
Fucking guy. All right, I'm just going to put the whole profile in there, I think. What is your profile URL? Yeah, that's fine.
This is the troubleshooting part of it, or is this actually to link it together?
This is the I'm requesting help
Gotcha.
for them to help me with the error.
You shot up a flare, basically.
Yeah.
An SOS.
So it's creating a support ticket. So we'll see.
How many of you libertarians out there have this happen all the fucking time? Is like you start telling your story. We've talked about this on the podcast a bunch of times. You start talking about like whatever it is you're saying, and then they're always going to try to justify, well, the government has to do this or the government has to do that. Like, how many times? Like, I feel like every single fucking time you bring up anything, right, that's going on in the news or whatever's going on, that immediately, well, the government, and at minimum, like if they're more of a constitutionalist or a libertarian party type person, then they're going to be like, well, the Constitution says. And it's funny because I just always find myself looking at my brain rolling my eyes like,
yeah,
really? Do we really need to be like justifying shit by a piece of paper? Like, I don't feel like that's the case. But yeah, I have that happen all the fucking time.
Thanks, Chuck. He goes, yeah, here's your damn thumbs up.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. He's looking for the middle finger button. So there isn't one. God damn it. Or thumbs it down, whatever. I don't care.
How many people are watching? Does it tell us?
8 on my phone.
Okay, cool.
I'm just like using it to monitor as best I can.
Yeah, it doesn't tell us when the chat's all expanded like that.
Or just blow it up. We don't need the board no more.
Oh, yeah, there it is right there. There's the chat. Beautiful. 8. That's awesome. 9. That's legit. Yeah, so kind of going off what you just said, yeah, almost immediately.
Yeah.
Is there right into the statism. Like, well, we can't be trusted to do it ourselves, so we have to make it illegal to not do it, or illegal to do anything different. You know, and that's like the mentality that I hate.
Yeah, well, it's like they're okay with basically like a monopoly of force and people with this magical so-called powers
Yep.
to control you. And it's like, I never signed up. I know you didn't sign up for that. I didn't.
Yeah. Well, and so
But they don't see that. You know what I mean?
I have a lot of friends out there that would argue like humanity is not going to survive if everybody doesn't contribute. Now, the issue that I have
We could argue that with capitalism too, the opposite,
absolutely,
right? Yeah, go
right?
ahead. Go ahead, yeah.
My issue is that I wouldn't mind living in a society that I contributed to, but I want it to be voluntary. The fact that it is not voluntary and things are literally being taken out of my fucking paycheck and I don't get to decide where it goes, that's what I have a problem with. I don't have a problem with contributing. Just make it so that I can choose where my money goes.
Yeah, sure.
It's fucking simple.
Yeah, and that's called free market. Like you
Yeah.
actually can choose what you want to fix and what you don't. It's because everyone thinks that they have the right to tell you how to spend your money.
Correct, yeah.
Like immediately.
Well, we should have this for free. We should have this for free.
But
so
all
I'm
they're
going to take from
But
you
all they're saying is that they're an authoritarian.
that they want the
Yeah.
authority. Yeah, of course.
And they don't understand like a lot of people, I don't know if you noticed this before, but a lot of them, right, with the whole monopoly on force thing, what they're really saying all the time is that they want to force you at gunpoint to do whatever it is, right? Like, but I mean, like, just when they say that simple thing, like, well, it's the majority's moral obligation, right?
Or the social contract
Right.
and all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
But what they're really saying is not that. It's that I feel like they have the moral right to do that. So then, but they're not letting you have that choice, right? So if it's so moral, why do I not have a choice?
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
No, I see that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I see that. It's the thing is it's like it's a very specific way of looking at it.
Well, when they say is it moral, and you go, but is it though?
Yeah, right.
Right.
Well, so when is it moral to take my property?
Right.
When
By force.
when you think that you are going to benefit the rest of the world with it better than I can, like fuck that. I want to benefit me. You know, like what the fuck? That's why I work.
Well, and they don't understand that like when the individual prospers, right? That's how things get done. You know what I mean? Like that's always how everything grows. People creating new companies and businesses all the time because they were individually selfish and building that. They weren't necessarily doing it for the good of fucking 100,000 other people
Right.
or more. They were doing it for themselves and to benefit and create their own thing, which in turn made all that stuff happen.
Well, and you
You know what I
can
mean?
create a company with like a noble goal, but like I mean, if you don't ever make any money off of it, like, are you really gonna do it? You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, that wouldn't be a company. That's a nonprofit, you know, or a charity is what that is.
Yeah, it was different. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So you need to do
But they're not.
something.
But
other
no
than
one's
that
going to be
survive.
starting right. Like no one's going to start like a grocery chain or a fucking a tech product or a computer company or something like that and just be like, well, I'm only doing this for the good of humanity. Now you might have that if they're already rich and they've already made their way up.
Sure.
You know, but I'm talking about someone that's like in our financial situation from ground
Yeah.
bottom. That's how they're gonna. Nah, that's just not likely.
You could, but you'd also have to still have a full-time job on the side. So it's like, you know.
Yeah, but then it's still not that. You know what I mean? It's still not that. So, but yeah, I don't understand why everyone wants to control everyone. We're the only people saying just don't control no one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and it freaks everyone out.
It says, have we not learned anything from The Walking Dead? Who needs governments? Free
Right?
for all. Straight up, though, dude. I mean, that would be like...
We learn not to run into a room without looking first, right?
For sure.
Yeah. We learned you don't leave your weapons out in the elements for storage and ammo. And that's just up to season 3, I guess, that I watched, and I couldn't handle it. You also, when someone drives a tank up to your property, you do not have all your whole entire crew standing in one little spot where one round would just kill every single person. Like, there's another one that I learned from The Walking Dead. Well, I mean, I knew it before that, but
I didn't really get past
it was a jail
Walking Dead.
is when I just couldn't handle it after that.
Yeah, I never really...
Or when there's, like, medical problems and shit, and you have the fucking guy that's, what's his name? I can't remember his name now. But the guy that was a veterinarian, Like he was always like doing other shit, and you're like, he should be the medic. You know what I mean? Like what? At least he knows how to do shit.
That's funny. Prison. Yeah, check says prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I never got into The Walking Dead. I think I watched the first season. I couldn't tell you. I've seen other bits and pieces of it.
Like
past
episode
that.
1, if I remember right, because that's the only episode I've seen twice, and I just remember when they're trying to come through the gate or the double doors when it's like chained up at the hospital. That was cool as shit. Like that was freaky as fuck. But then when he went outside, and then the second episode and all that, and he's like stuck in the Abrams tank and shit, it started to lose me a little bit.
That.
A little bit started to lose me already. And then I forced my way. You always got to, especially in a show, you got to kind of stick in there for a minute.
Yeah.
And then season 2 was just a big disappointment, and at the farm or whatever the fuck that was. Because then they went to the farm.
That's right. And they
that.
holed up in that house, and that's where they met the chick, the chick with the fucking katana or whatever.
Yeah.
She came with the two zombies with no arms or whatever.
It's interesting, right? And then the jail shit. So.
Yeah, so I guess I did see some of season 2 then too. And then I've seen like way later, like when fucking Carl's wearing his dad's hat and his hair's all long.
And then Punisher turned into a zombie in the show, so that was weird.
He did, huh?
And died.
Yep. Fucking didn't Carl fucking smoke him?
Yeah. It was kind of stupid that like they casted him. Like, so as far as the TV show Punisher is concerned, he did a good job for who he is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the directing and everything was decent. Like, there was no big deal to it, but he's just not the fucking Punisher.
You don't think so?
No, not even close. Like, that's like a 5'10" guy saying that he's 6'2", and that he's like, yeah, he's got the big old schnoz, and like, yeah, he just doesn't.
Who would you cast as Punisher?
Not him. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely get someone that's like more of an unknown type actor. You know what I mean?
What about the guy who did Cable?
He's a little too old, depending on when you're playing him, though.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, if he's later on down in his career, yeah, you would play a good old Punisher. He's still too short, though, same kind of concept. But they did...
How tall is Frank Castle supposed to be?
6'2".
Okay.
But they did do a good job with, like, Cable, because they even made that joke in Deadpool 2. Like, he's not the comic book Cable who's 6 foot or whatever. He's only, like, 5'9" or something like that.
Okay,
but
that's right.
The way they did it with the camera angles and all that stuff, it didn't look like he was that much smaller. Like, I wasn't that, like, oh, okay.
Okay.
But when you're watching The Punisher, man, there's, like, times where he's walking up to people and you're like, dude, this fucker's short as fuck. You know
I didn't
what I mean?
realize he was that short.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how tall that guy is.
Dolph Lundgren.
Dolph Lundgren.
He played him. He already played him.
That's right. He was the first Punisher.
The first Punisher, yeah. The non-skull Punisher.
Yeah.
He just had a dagger with the head, or the, what do you call it? Like the back part. What is it called? Fucking forgot. It's not a pummel, but like the...
I don't know.
Yeah, but the end of his knife had a skull on all of them, so he'd always kill him and leave that as his trading card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I own that movie.
I haven't seen that movie since
Yeah, I got
the
it.
90s.
If you need it, I got it.
That's funny. Dolph Lundgren says when they can't figure out why the pigs are getting sick, but no one thinks to ask for the veterinarian.
Yeah, he's going back to the Walking Dead scenario.
Yeah, that's
that
pretty
too.
funny.
Yeah.
You're like, guys,
Yeah.
you have someone who specializes in this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's funny.
it was his job for years and years.
Well, so I guess we'll see what the fuck Spotify has to say.
So you sent it. You're just waiting now for their reply.
Yeah. Here's Podbean. How to get your podcast on iTunes. How to get your podcast on Google Play. I might have to
Look into those.
look into those. Yeah. Well, but we're not using Podbean though anyway.
No.
I just wish that SoundCloud had.
Well, iTunes, we've had a few people give us that, like, ask for that, I should say, but not Pod. I've never even heard of that till now.
Well, so Podbean is just one that I found that is like SoundCloud. Because you have to have them on something like SoundCloud or like Podbean or whatever, so that you can then get them onto Spotify, or because Spotify's not they don't host.
Right.
They're just pulling data from other websites. So you need to have your shit on a website in order for them to pull that data. Now the thing is, we've already paid for fucking SoundCloud, so I'm like, why don't we just use SoundCloud to do this? And then it's like,
host it,
now
yeah.
it's being a fucking bitch about it. It
Right.
won't work. I don't know. It's like half working. If you go and you look for us on Spotify, you can find a bunch of different episodes, but not like our latest one. For some reason, like I don't understand. Let's do Freedom First. Let's look for podcasts.
Who out there saw the new Terminator trailer? That's some nonsense.
Like,
it's horrible looking.
See, this is for those episodes. It's from 38 all the way down to. It looks like 31, 30. 30 through 38.
And it's weird that they're not even in order either. They're just like kind of just there.
Yeah. And then like earlier when I just searched for Grim 86,
there was more of them.
Yeah. So
now there's less.
So that's top results. You go to episodes, and then now they're here. Now it goes back all the way to the ones we just used the dates for. Yeah, so all the way down to 20, 21, 22, 25, or 24, 25, and 26.
And still no 40?
Yeah, no 40, no 23 for some reason.
Huh. And it's still doing that weird loading thing, too.
Yeah, like where it wants to load more. I just don't. I don't know. I don't know why it's doing this. They should have stopped on the last Terminator. Yeah, so honestly,
it should have stopped before that.
Yeah, dude.
Terminator 2
Terminator 2
last.
actually probably should have been the last one.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm happy that they're still doing Terminator movies, even though that they're kind of ruining it at this point. I'll still go watch them just because I love the franchise. I actually really liked. I think Terminator 3 was shit. I liked Terminator.
That was the one with the girl, in the like red outfit kind of thing, blonde chick. Yeah.
I liked Terminator Salvation.
I hated it.
I thought it was cool. Seeing how John got the.
I like the little motorcycle ones was cool. Like the little motorcycle robots. That was sick. And like, kind of the general look of it, I kind of dug because it was a little bit more military-like, you know. But like
he used an M4. He had those fucking cry pants on and shit. I thought that was cool.
There was some cool gear stuff, but that's the tactical end of it, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was cool. I like how the main Terminator. Spoiler alerts. The main Terminator.
8 years later. Spoiler alert.
He didn't know that he was a robot.
Right.
And he had like a whole backstory and all this sort of shit. Blah blah blah. Then there was Terminator Genesis.
I never saw that.
So that one was a huge disappointment to me. So I won't spoil it, but I mean that one didn't float my boat really. It was cool because it is a time travel movie, but the ending like really just upset me. I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But anyways, I saw the trailer to this new one, and I was just like, what is this crap, dude? Like, yeah, it looked horrible.
I'm interested to see it just because I already liked how like the Terminator that they have. It looks like he can do this fucking crazy like cloning of himself.
That's what it looks. Yeah, when he's in the truck and you see him like.
But his like how emotionless he is on his face. It reminds me of the T-1000. Like that guy, that actor just did so well having that like.
Have you seen this kid or whatever the fuck it was? Yeah.
Have you seen this boy?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm interested.
That guy's a cool actor too.
Yeah, he is.
He's in a lot of TV shows too. He always plays like a general or a colonel or. He
did X-Files.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he was the director, right? Like replaced him.
I don't know. No, he was an actor. Like on the. You mean like the FBI director?
Yeah. I thought he replaced. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've seen him.
No, I think
because there's always the bald guy was the director, right? Like they're like
dude,
boss.
I don't remember, bro. I'm gonna have to rewatch.
Or maybe
the
he was just her
X-Files.
boss. I can't remember.
But I think
it's been a long time.
I think he was Scully's partner for a little while or some shit. He was a field agent, I think. Mm-hmm. I don't know. The whole thing about the X-Files was like is cool because it's like the FBI and they have like this division that's like if there was actually a division that of the FBI that like did that would be so fucking cool.
We saw the last week or the week before about the UFOs that we got edited.
That's true.
That was the one they cut out of our show.
That's true.
I mean, we talked about it, but the actual footage we had to fucking pull out because we had to make the podcast.
Dude. That'd be. I
but
mean,
they did admit that the government admitted that they are
I
investigating.
disagree with the FBI at all, just because it's a fucking, it's
Status.
it's a statist force that is funded by stolen money. So I don't really like that.
Wait. Bus says, Steven says, last 2 seasons. What was he talking about?
He's on Sons of Anarchy. Also.
Oh, I didn't see the one above it. Okay,
Sons of,
got you.
Was he?
I can't
who
remember.
was he
So
in
I know
Sons of
for a
Anarchy?
fact that I never watched the last season of Sons of Anarchy, but I don't remember if I watched. I watched them all up until either the season before the last. I can't remember.
I liked Sons of Anarchy.
The only thing I didn't like about it, like I didn't mind the show at all. I just didn't like the fact that there was so much like gunplay stuff that was just like that never happens. Like they're driving down the road shooting at each. It's like like doesn't.
come on, guys.
Yeah, they kind of try to make it pretty realistic overall. Like even though it's still like a Hollywood kind of thing, but like just some of the shooting stuff was a little over the top. Because Sopranos tried to keep it more like. Only here and there you'd have some gun violence, so it's a little bit more believable.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Versus that show was like every show there was like a gun shootout.
I guess he was the president of a different charter.
Oh shit! I would love to see that now.
That's fucking cool. Chuck says the T-1000's brother was the lead vocalist of Filter. I didn't know that.
He's his brother?
I guess so.
I mean, I could see the similarities a little bit now that you say that.
I'm gonna pull it up.
I like Filter; they're a pretty cool band.
I dig him. Richard Patrick.
Mm-hmm, that's the vocalist. Yeah, what was his brother's? I guess.
I don't know. Let's find him. Richard well, so it's probably Patrick, right? The guy's name. Let's find IMDb real quick. Terminator 2, Judgment Day, 1991, boys.
Holy shit, bro!
Fuck.
Fucking A, man. God damn, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, Robert Patrick.
There you go.
So Robert Patrick. Let's click on him. Dude, that's like such an iconic fucking.
Mm-hmm. You want to pull that up on the main screen real fast for
Sure.
them so they could see him, and then you got the Filter guy. That way they can at least see him.
Yeah. So here's Robert Patrick, and then here is
Brother.
his
I did
brother.
not know that.
Right there.
And there's the dude from Filter. And, yeah, I saw them live at the Shoreline back in the day, and it was Camp KOME, one of them, and maybe their second one. I can't remember what number it was. But they blew out the soundboard. So they played
wow.
as the sun was setting, and they blew up the soundboard, and they pushed off, who was it? No Doubt, and I think 311. There was probably another couple bands, but, like, they, like, pushed them off, so it was, like, way late getting out of there compared to normal because they're like, they blew up the soundboard, we're trying to fix it, and they're saying all this shit over the, like, whatever was working, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
That's disappointing.
But, yeah, they were loud as fuck, dude. I was up in the grass, too, and it was, like, louder than all the other bands. And he used to be, Chuck, you probably remember, he used to be the guitar player for Nine Inch Nails, right?
I did say something about Nine Inch
Yeah.
Nails, so I think
Oh, there you are. You have it up there still.
he had served as a touring guitarist for Nine Inch Nails.
Yeah, there you go. I did recall that.
As a teenager, he was the frontman for The Act, AKT. The Act. Never heard of them.
Well, what's cool about Filter is at least they don't sound like any of the other bands. Like, they have their own little sound.
Filter sort of reminds me of almost Pitch Shifter
Yeah.
mixed with
Totally
like Nine Inch
remind.
Nails,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah. Totally that kind of thing, but more
Yeah.
electronic-y.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Well, that's what the Nine Inch
Techno-y,
Nails
yeah.
like.
Yeah, good. That's a good one. I like that comparison. Yeah, check out Pitch Shifter if you guys haven't checked them out.
Dude, I fucking was listening to that shit like crazy after you told me the actual name.
Yeah,
of the
you knew
band.
who they were. You're like, I know that song. Now I know who the fuck they are.
Because that's one of those things that's kind of frustrating. Like you're like, I know this song, but I
right.
don't know who fucking sings it.
And then you forget about it immediately because you enjoyed it, whatever. But you're like, you're doing some real shit, and then it's like you forget about it, and then it comes up 2 years later, and you hear the song again. You're all, God damn it, who is this fucking band, right?
yeah, that's funny.
Well, me and Chuck nerd out about that kind of shit, dude. We'll actually try to like go and like look up everything about him. He's really good at that shit. His Chuck's kind of job is if like as my friend, he'll always be like, okay, there's this movie or there's this scene or this band or a rap group or whatever, and you'll ask him, and usually he'll know. If he doesn't know, he'll like, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Yeah.
Corey says, look at 10 unforgettable things that happened on live TV show, Johnny.
Oh.
Like on YouTube?
Yeah, I was
Corey?
going to just ask that too. Like a YouTube video?
Because that might be podcast material.
Mm-hmm.
Might throw that up there for tonight's episode. Let's see. Yeah, he says YouTube.
Okay.
There's like quite a few of them.
Mm-hmm. Unforgettable
Yeah, we'll have to just
things too. He said, so I don't know if that
Yeah.
had a difference.
I put all the keywords in. I mean, there's still going to be like a fuck ton of them. Corey, if there's a specific
Yeah, if you have
one,
it, send it to my messenger or whatever,
5 minutes. So you guys.
New Child's Play movie?
New Child's Play, yeah, dude. I would like to see it. I don't even know if I've seen the full trailer for it. I think I've just seen a couple.
I haven't
teasers.
seen the new trailer for it. I just saw like them talking about it, like on all the different horror pages that I follow.
Should we watch it?
We could. Fuck it.
Let's throw it up.
Let's do it.
I mean, if we do it live, they can't fucking pull it down, right?
Maybe, I don't know. We don't have to play the whole. We could play like a couple seconds of it and then like stop it and talk or whatever too.
Okay.
There's
there's a 2-minute one on the top. We'll go ahead and do that one.
Mhm.
Trailer number 2. All right, let's get this into
Power Man 5000. Yes, I remember Power Man 5000.
Dude, old PM5K boys.
Mm-hmm.
I like Power Man 5000.
Yeah, I talk so much shit on those guys.
Well, I mean, it's bro metal.
Well,
like,
me
for
and
sure, you know?
me and Chuck both had that shit before they were anything. Like their first album, like before, like it hit the radio at all.
Before fucking
Yeah.
Worlds Collide came
Yeah,
out.
because that was when we were really into all the new metal stuff, and you're trying to find a new band, all the time, and then we found that, and it was just like this stuff.
Well, because the lead singer, Damien, right, is his name, and
Mhm.
he's Rob Zombie's brother, from what I understand.
I think so.
That's why they had
yeah.
almost had
The
the
same
same
kind of
kind of sound. Yeah, like an industrial sound. I liked that at least that one album, the one that had the When Worlds Collide on it.
Okay, Corey, I sent that video to. We did see that video when we were looking for it, but I sent that to Jamie. The funniest or unforgettable things.
Cool.
So we will have that for the podcast.
Oh, this thing, I guess Mark Hamill's doing Chucky in this one. Okay, I'm going to pull it up on the screen here so you guys can see what we see.
Oh, Mark Hamill's doing it? That's cool.
Apparently.
All right,
Let's see.
so
we can still see the chat. Just
yeah.
we're just going to go small into the corner here.
Chuck. Even Superman had to shoot himself. Yeah, it's pretty stupid.
Let's wait for it to swap over. Just make sure that it.
Yep.
is
All right, we're
is
gonna
doing
get
what we
this
want it
bitch
to.
going
Okay.
here.
So here, let's check it out.
He's
Hopefully.
giving the kids giving the message.
All right, that was loud as fuck.
Yeah, it
Sorry
was.
about that.
I know, this move has been really tough, but this was supposed to be a new start for us, remember? You said you were going to try to make new friends.
Buddy can connect to and control all of your Caslin products and smart home devices. Introducing
Nice.
your new best friend.
The old school Orion, dude.
Right.
I kind of like how they integrated it with the smart home shit, like the modern.
Oh, fuck.
Dude.
Well, they got good producers. Because the It one was creepy as fuck.
And I need you to believe me. I think Chucky did something.
Damn, bro.
Andy, if you know something, you better tell me.
Something's wrong with Chucky.
Well, it already looks better than the other ones. Yeah, he's knife-handing the fuck out of him.
Chucky is a toy.
He could be anywhere.
Welcome to Castle and Car.
Smart cars. Yep.
We have to stop him.
Cool, they gave him the butcher knife. You gotta have that. Right? Like if you're Mike Myers or Chuck, you gotta have that butcher knife. I think it looks okay.
I think it looks cool.
Yeah. I mean, compared to like I don't really like most of those movies, but yeah. Not a big fan, but
That looks cool. I'm down, dude.
you know where your plate carrier to the theater?
You have to. You have to. Mainly because it's a movie theater.
Fuck. Have you seen those animals?
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
All right.
That's why, America. That's why I'm disappointed in you. That looks legit, though. I'll fucking watch that.
Yeah.
It looks fun. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm one of those people where you guys all know, like, I'm very easily
Easily
entertained.
entertained, yeah.
So it's like, I don't give a fuck. I'll watch it.
Well, I think it looks better than the last few that came out. So, and I think I've seen them all.
Well, I think, like, 1 and 2 were, like, absolutely legit. It was like The Bride of Chucky, where you're like, come on, guys. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
But those were, in their own right, like, they were just fun movies. You know, whatever.
Well, that's kind of how they all have been, really, right? I mean,
I hope it looks like they did a lot of practical effects, which I hope that they keep, because that was one of the things that made Chucky so fucking terrifying, is that he was just creepy because it was real. It was like the in the first the original Total Recall movie. You remember the Johnny Cab? Those were creepy as shit. I love that stuff. I love it when like the robots. do
Chuck's
that.
all meh.
I love it when fucking robots.
I'd rather see. Let's put it this way, Chuck. I'd rather see that movie than the new Terminator. So, just to put it in that's my perspective.
Yeah.
And he did say yes, that is Rob's brother, Rob Zombie's brother from Power Man 5000.
Oh, okay, cool. I don't know why they didn't let us hear Chucky in that one. He didn't say anything.
Because they were probably at that point still not letting you know who it was. You know what I mean? The vocals.
Oh, maybe.
That's probably what it was. They
Maybe.
didn't want to leak it yet. You know how movies are like that. They'll try to be kind of sneaky about stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
I like that better, though, you know? Well, that's how so back to the Batman versus Turtles, right? So it was kind of that way. Like, you saw the trailer and all the stuff that they had about it, but they didn't show all the people that were going to be in it. And then when you watch it, I was only disappointed by 3 people didn't make it an appearance that should have been in there. But other than that, they had a lot more than I thought.
I'm trying to see, how did you send me that thing?
On Grim86 Facebook.
You sent it on Facebook?
Yeah, Grim86. It'll be
In the group.
Yeah. I just forwarded it.
Okay. Oh, okay. The one with the.
At the very end, he did say something. So, of the trailer. That's what we got a message from.
He whispered,
Yeah.
but I didn't hear him say anything.
He said,
"Fuck, we need to make that into I need to make my own soundboard of our shit. I got to
yeah.
learn how to do that."
all right.
10. I'm just gonna fucking click it.
Yeah, imagine that, Steven. I was talking when he said something.
God damn it. Jesus. All right, Corey. The beginning of that video is fucking annoying. But we got it up, so we can watch that. We can watch it right now.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's just do it now.
do it up
Yeah.
now.
We have a lot of different stories for the cast. All right, here's Corey's little video.
Yeah, see, look, when we do that, when it's on the thing, it's like, whoa.
Yeah. Spooky.
All right, we'll maximize that. We're going to turn the volume down a little bit more. Get ready
For
in case this fucking blows you away.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like pipe down there, Slash.
Yeah, fuck.
You know what I mean?
For over a
Calm
decade.
it down.
But recently, they found that controversy has come home to roost in their very own backyard. An infestation of Canadian brown finches, which is a small bird. I guess I should have seen that one coming, huh?
Did you just get shit on?
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at all.
Yes.
Oh yes.
He looked up
Yeah.
with his mouth open.
There's the flavor. The little.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Right in the mouth. That's why you never open your mouth.
That
when
was
you're
the
looking at
shit.
birds.
Drew first opened her Waianae dairy farm in 2008. She wanted to sell milk, but all the rules and permitting required to bottle the milk made
know
it
what's
difficult
happening.
for the small farmer to do so.
I didn't know. I thought. He wanted milk too, or she. Her face. I thought the other cow was gonna shit. Is what I thought was
Yeah,
gonna
I
happen.
thought something was gonna happen too. That was pretty awesome. Little milkshake.
Unnecessary journeys. Don't take risks on treacherous roads, and don't swim in the sea. Incredibly, people have been spotted in the water here in Black Rock and Salt Hill.
I think she gets hit with a
today
fucking
and
sign or
yesterday.
something.
Fuck yeah! That was fucking awesome, and that was probably just someone throwing it because they're like, "Shut the fuck up."
At the scene where last night there was a
was
robbery.
awesome. That was the best so far.
Police have
Did he run into
Yeah,
a sign?
a
the
sign,
scene where last night there was a robbery at about
Pull.
3:30 in the morning. Now police have
Fucking all face, bro.
Hey.
Yeah, god damn. Live TV sucks, man. Uh-oh.
Cat hit the door.
Yeah.
I remember that one. It's all dong.
Quite.
Five.
Oh, Corey, this is good.
As it's going to be in the next few days, Charlie and Lou.
Oh, Carol, look behind you.
Just shitted. Yeah. Puppy has to do his puppy's got to do, right? Come on now.
Which today has been described as saturated, not by rain, but by houses. Thousands have been built
puddle.
here over the...
Yes. Yes. That's awesome, dude.
We'll leave it at...
Oh, he's running down my back!
That's awesome. Oh, that would have been awesome if another one drove by right there.
Good-hearted fun right
Yeah.
there.
That sign, though, bro.
The sign was amazing.
Olha o Gorgorém, onde é que ele tá lá, ó? 3,5 metros de altura. Olha o
This is
Gorgorém
just
lá.
not going to be good.
Olha o Gorgorém.
Why is there a hole?
I think he's supposed to put his hand through it or something.
Oh.
Olha o Gorgorém lá, olha lá. Não tem pra onde ele escapar. Quero ver onde é que ele vai. Não tem pra onde ir. Olha o Gorgorém.
Is there going to be a wardrobe malfunction or something? What's going on here? Nah, you can totally see her.
Tried.
Yeah, totally did not nail it. That was
That's-
horrible.
That was rough.
Yeah. Brutal. Stupid.
Just so many people.
So awkward.
That
shouldn't have been on there at number 2. Get the fuck out of here, right?
This better be the best one.
All right.
Here's one right here.
Please drop.
Plus, you know I love the tuba. It's one of my favorite instruments. Listen to this.
You dropped it in there?
Yeah.
Dumbass.
He lost his mic
What a dumbass. The last two shouldn't have been there, though. You know what I mean? That sign should have been number 1, bro.
Yeah, the sign was
Yeah,
awesome.
but half of these were definitely funny as fuck.
Oh, it's stuck in the barrel.
It's now, yeah.
Uh-oh, boy, are you going to get yelled at.
He's going to have to.
Oh, boy, you're going to get yelled at.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Oh, he played it off. He did good for fucking up, right? Yeah. All right.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that, Corey.
Yeah, way to go, Corey. That was
good.
Fucking sweet, dude.
I liked it. That felt like we were actually filming the podcast there for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good. They get a little thumbs up.
8
because we show our support.
8 should have been number 1. Yeah. Yeah. There was a lot. Yeah, the earlier ones were actually overall more funny, right? The first half.
Yeah.
You know, the the tit lick or whatever was pretty good too. Fuck.
Dude. Fucking epic. That was funny.
You guys see that Rambo trailer? I think it looks pretty good. Last Blood.
What?
Yeah, look it up. Let's do it.
I think I
Let's do it.
Isn't it like a...
Yeah, my boy, shout out to Chuck again. He sent me that, and I was like,
It's like the Rambo to
fuck
end all
yeah.
Rambos, right?
Yeah, yeah. Should have started it out like, I'm too old to be doing this shit.
All right, I'm going to swap us over to
Yep.
this thing. Get the repeating display in there.
Just because. Just because.
Just because.
Yeah.
You guys can see our OBS software. I want to do the top one?
Sure, yeah.
All right. Okay, stand by just in case it
Trailer
fucking
time.
ruins your
Ears.
Ears, yeah. Actually, get this back up here so I can see our chat.
There you go.
This new monitor setup is very convenient, except for when I'm trying to get my fucking cursor on the screen that I want it to be
Yeah.
on. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, go blow that bad boy up. Yeah.
Balboa Productions, it's awesome.
World of death. I've watched people I've loved die. Some fast with a bullet.
You stay true to the combat boots.
Left to bury.
This fucking song.
All these years I've kept my secrets. But the time has
knife.
come to face my past. And if it comes looking for me, they will welcome death.
That's awesome. We will welcome death.
I want revenge.
Be cool if Depends sponsored this whole movie because he's just like rocking it, you know, camouflage version for him.
I want them to know.
That's
Oh,
sick, bro.
booby traps?
Yeah.
It's coming.
Punji steaks, bro. I haven't seen a punji steak in a movie in a while.
And there's nothing they can do to stop it.
That sound effect sounded like Predator a little bit.
It did.
Just a little bit. Looks pretty good though, right? I mean, it
That
looks
looks
like, You know what it
awesome.
looks like? It looks like they threw it back to the whole what do you call it, like 1990s style movies. You know
Dude,
what I mean?
yes. Which I fucking wish we got more of.
Right.
I wish we could have more like 90s action movies,
Yeah, sure.
man.
With that new good shit.
With
Like,
a facelift,
yeah.
basically.
Yeah, yeah. And that's what that looked like to me, right?
Yeah.
So,
That looks like it's going to be
yeah.
fun. Like it's
Yeah.
going to be a shoot 'em up movie.
well,
like,
I saw this trailer back to back with the Terminator one. Chuck sent me both those, and I was just like, and fortunately, I watched the Terminator one, and I was just so disappointed. And then I saw that, and I was like, oh yeah, this is the shit.
Awesome.
Yeah, fuck yeah. And at first, when I heard that there was going to be another one, I was kind of like, just leave it alone. Let the let it don't keep beating the dead dog kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then, like when I saw it, I was like, oh, okay, it's like the end of this whole thing. Basically, is what they're going for.
well, that's what I thought because
Yeah.
Last Blood, but now they're like, well,
Right.
they drew first blood,
Right,
so
right.
he'll draw last.
Yeah,
Maybe there'll be another one,
maybe.
but That's cool though. That
It
is.
looks cool.
That does look cool.
I'm about it.
The last Rambo was so crazy, especially all the death scenes.
Oh,
yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah.
Remember when he fucking turned that mounted gun into the cab of the fucking Jeep
Yeah,
and
bro.
just fucking
Just brains
God.
and shit. It was
Everywhere.
like, fuck. Yeah, in the minefield with the slaves like running or whatever, and they're just blowing up and shit. It was brutal. I don't know what was up with that sniper and his stupid ass fucking boonie hat that was like 3 sizes over big. It was like,
I don't remember that part.
oh yeah, bro. When you see it again, you'll be like, yeah, you're right, dude. What the hell? It's like the most ridiculous boonie hat, like fisherman looking thing, and you're like,
it's a sombrero.
yeah, it's like, what are you wearing, bro? Like Zorro's hat? What the fuck, dude?
It's a gambler's hat.
Yeah, it was fucking weird. But other than that, it wasn't too bad. The mercenaries were a little bit much, but he redeemed it, you know? Oh, I know the scene, bro. When he's on that fucking boat in the river and he has his 45 and he just just lays everyone out. All the pirates come up to board the
I
ship.
don't remember. It's been
he
a long
just
time
draws and just go. Like 6 dudes just drop.
Nice.
Dead. That's it.
Like
and the
fucking
fucking
epic.
story. Yeah, it's like, oh shit, there's 6 dudes. How is he going to kill them all? And in a second,
They're all dead.
they're all dead. And you're just like, what? The first time you see it, of course. I was just like, oh my God, that's fucking awesome.
That was badass. He's been to the shooting range a couple times.
Right, yeah. Well, that was before we saw like John Wick style stuff too, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
they kind of did that whole fast shooting kind of thing.
Which I'm fine with. Yeah, so the update on the Spotify thing was
I feel like, Corey, all of these actors are almost all liberal nuts, though. We just kind of have to embrace that whole concept. You know what I mean? Like, all these actors are just fucking crazy liberals. I just
Yeah.
don't care. You know, it's like just don't push your agenda in every single movie and all that. Believe what you want outside of the movie, but if you're doing it in the movie, then I'm not really, the whole Captain Marvel thing is a good example. Like, you know what I mean? Jamie?
Yeah.
No? Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I don't like when they're pushing it in my movie. Like, it doesn't, like, especially action movies. Like, you don't need that agenda. Social justice warrior or some stupid shit.
But the thing is that it's like society in general views it as a positive if you see represented in new movies and new content the most recent like rendition of what you are told to believe is correct.
Yeah, because of the brainwashing thing that we were talking about a couple minutes ago.
So, I mean, like, me personally, I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah, if I see an action movie, I just want to see good guy, bad guy fighting. That's like what it is, right?
I mean, I don't really like. It doesn't bother me if there is some type of fucking agenda shit pushing me personally. I mean, like the concept bothers me, but it's like I'll still watch. It's not gonna stop me from watching.
Right,
it, you know
right,
what
right.
I mean? But it is like it's a fucking eye roller.
It's just
You know what
it's
I
just
mean?
like,
It's
why did you need to
like, we
force
didn't-
that in there?
Yeah, we didn't need come on. Like you can tell like when it's a little contrived or when it's a little forced or whatever. But it's like all in all, I don't care. But yeah, I'm gonna roll my fucking eyes at
Yeah.
it. Like just okay. Like we didn't fucking need that.
Well, I mean, that's kind of how it is when you talk to most people too. You're just kind of like rolling your eyes and shit.
A lot.
I
yeah.
do all the time. So even if I'm not physically doing it, I'm like,
Oh yeah, here's the notification that episode 5 got blocked, or episode 39 rather.
yeah, that
5?
was
What the fuck
yeah,
did I just say?
yeah. And then that was the one with the UFO thing.
Copyrighted content.
Yeah, yeah.
Pentagon.
Yeah.
Oh.
I handled it though. It's already
Yeah, no, I know. This is interesting.
Yeah, we have never got one of those before.
Copyright owners choose to block YouTube videos that contain their content. Oh, so it's the creator.
Yeah, it was like New York Post or some shit like that. New York Times. No, it wasn't New York Times. It was New York Post or something.
When choosing music for your next video, you can avoid copyright-related issues by picking
It
a
wasn't
song from-
music.
Oh, YouTube audio library. That's kind of cool. Let's take a look at that.
So it's like something you can run it through, kind of thing.
No, it's royalty-free songs.
Oh,
Yeah, all this music you can use.
cool.
Oh.
Well,
I was like, there's like 10. Like, neat.
I was like, there's a whole niner.
Yeah. Well, whatever. That's still
Still
cool,
cool that they
offer
did something, yeah.
Children's happy.
One of them's the
Cinematic,
elevator song.
dark.
One's the elevator song.
Yeah.
And the 1914 song that I used.
Let's hear cinematic dark.
Let-
I want to
let's
hear
just
this.
hear what this
I want
sounds
to hear what cinematic dark sounds like. Okay, get ready in case it blows your guys'
Yeah.
ears out.
It's funny that they sent it to us too. Like, It's just like that. It's like Aussie
kinda
record,
cool.
bro.
Yeah, like it's back mask.
Yeah. It's getting loud. That's really loud.
That's pretty cool. Whatever it is.
Yeah. I mean, it's like you said, it's cool he did that, but whatever. You could also find it, like you just go on YouTube like we've done before for some of the songs on our show, is you just type in like royalty free and whatever, and then they'll tell you in the description. Sometimes they'll say you can use this. Sometimes they just say put a link to this, you know.
Yeah.
They'll have different things. So that's how we've used some of the different songs.
That and all the sound effects and stuff we actually get off of royalty free.
Right. Or pirate.
DR.
Yep.
Not bad. Well, that's kind of cool that they throw that in there.
Yeah, but they didn't used to do that because we've had a couple other ones that we had to redo. And they didn't send us an email.
Yeah, we just
so
didn't
that's
know
probably
why.
part of their whole new thing. Remember in January when they started banning everyone and all that shit. So it's probably part of that whole new thing because we haven't had anything stop since January when they started this whole new fucking push. But yeah,
you want to talk about this stuff?
Yeah, go for it.
I think we should.
If you will, fire away.
Yeah, so we got a couple of pieces of gear for you guys here. We're going to talk about plates. If you ever wanted to know or you were curious about how a bulletproof...
You want to clean them, you put them in the dishwasher, and you're good.
Yes.
Because they're plates.
Ceramic plates. You're good china.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So if you ever wanted to know like how a bulletproof vest is bulletproof when it is... Not Kevlar. Yeah. So there's different types. So we'll start with this. There's
like what the cops use. That's what most people are going to envision. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So like if you're talking about like soft armor, that's what police usually wear underneath their duty shirts. That is a Kevlar variant usually, and that is flexible. It is heavy. It's like wearing a lead vest at like the dentist office or something. They are not light. But the way that the military uses it, they don't use that. They use plates. Now they go into a bulletproof vest that's typically called a plate carrier because it carries plates, right? Mm-hmm. And then you have these steel plates that you actually load into there. Now this particular one, this is mine. You can see it's curved. It's got kind of a bezel to it a little bit, and then also it has these cutouts on the top because this is for your chest, right? So you need to be able to have your arms straight out in front of you if you're going to hold a weapon. So,
unlike this one.
Yeah, that one is that's my back plate. I got a large back plate because my plate carrier is big because I'm a tall guy. So to protect my vital organs, I did not get a shooter's cut. I think this is called for the back one because you're never going to be hyperextending your arms like that. So I just got
the ones you get like in a package when you go on to AR 500 for their chest rigs and all that. They do come with the back one with the cut too, but they're flat. And then the front one is the curb.
Is contoured.
Yeah.
Okay. But also a lot of the AR 500 plates though, the back cavity is shaped like this too. So mine is not. Mine's a big square cavity in the back, but it is a shooter's cut in the front. These are two different ones. You can see that this one is actually, I think this is a 1/4 inch plate, but it is level 3A certified. So it will stop up to or level 3. Up to a 44 Magnum. You know, hopefully I never have to fucking deal with that, but that's that.
Or any of them.
Yeah. This one is I think that's it actually might be the same size. It just has this rhino coating, or it's technically Line-X actually is what it is. It's to help with deformation. What it does is basically if a bullet ever hits this, it's a very rough texture. If you guys have trucks with bed liners in them, it's the same shit for the most part. It helps protect the integrity of the actual plate a little bit because even though like one of these gets shot one time, it's useless anymore after that. You don't want to take multiple rounds with one of these. But what it does is if a bullet hits this, a bullet is made of lead. It's a soft metal, right? So when it hits and it splatters, this shit that's on the front here keeps the shrapnel from going up
the
bottom
frag.
of your chin.
Yeah.
So it helps with fragmentation. This one is a smooth plate. Does not have any of that, so potentially could be dangerous for the operator who's using this. I'll probably end up replacing this at some point with another AR 500 just because the price was good. And,
really good prices.
And it's a nice product.
Yeah, I've done a lot of shopping around, and I'm going with AR 500 all the time, and I know a bunch of people that have them of our like friends.
Yeah, it's nice. This is a 10x12. This is manufactured in 2017, so they do actually have a
date.
Yeah, so this one actually says 20 years. It's shelf life. So 20 years. Then this one will basically expire. It's kind of like a helmet. The Department of Transportation will.
And
make
they've
you
only,
put
to my knowledge, they've only had one recall ever.
these guys.
Yeah, mine missed it by like a month or two. It was like something to do with Chinese steel bullshit, of course.
Always is.
And then they recalled them all. So, but that's already been taken care of. So if you are buying an old one from somebody used, you could check the date.
Yeah, it should be on there. Yeah, so I have those 2 plates.
But I mean, for like the recall part of it, you know
This
what I mean?
one's made by a company called Steel Defender. I got this from my last job, actually. Bought it from the owner.
Yeah, and there's tons of different companies too. It just in my search, I've always found the Air 500 the best for the price.
This is something that I did because just for a comfortability thing. The cavities that I have on my plate carrier are rather deep, so I was able to actually fit this piece of foam in there on the side that goes up against my body, and then I put the plate on the outside, and this actually helped a lot with one thing. First of all, when I used to use my plate carrier for airsoft, I put these in there because this made the vest more rigid and made it fit me better because I'm skinny.
Took out the slack out of it, so it's not like bubbling around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but then after that, I put the plate in front of it so that it actually is bulletproof.
Yeah. And you could buy the actual. I have them in my on my carrier, the pads that you can actually buy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So you can, if you did, and you came across something like this, cut it because it's free. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So where I got this was when I used to work at the airsoft store. This was part of the packaging for one of the guns that we got.
Yeah.
And so I had tons of this shit. I actually still have some at my dad's place. I think I kept a bunch of it
just
for
in case,
our plate carriers.
Yeah,
exactly.
Fucking
so
awesome.
Build new rigs and whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if you shit canned it or not, but
yeah. But you can buy if you can't find that or whatever, and you're just gonna order them all at the same time. You can order those with the pads. I can't remember what they're called.
You can also another technique too that I learned from somebody, dude over at Prudell Tactical. What he would do is he would get his plates and he would buy 1/4-inch neoprene that had an adhesive back, and he would just put that on the plate and then cut it out so that way it was stuck to the actual plate. That was pretty cool, I thought. I've got to do some modifying of my plate carrier because when I put this front plate in, it actually sits a little farther down than I want it to, and it doesn't actually go up to my collarbone like it's supposed to. The actual plate doesn't. The gear does, but not the plate. So I've got to figure out a way to boost up the bottom of that. Probably going to get another couple of blocks of this foam and stuff it under the bottom or something. I'll figure it out, but that's what I've got to do.
Yeah, you always keep fucking with that. Not you, but I mean everyone.
In general,
yeah. Everyone's got to keep fucking with it to get it right. Mine's been pretty much the same way for, 2 years now. I've got it kind of dialed in. The only problem I had is the medical pouch is always in my way. And actually our boy Ian, shout out to Ian, he told me where he had his when he was serving. And I was like, okay, doing that. So he has it on the rear backside.
Kind of like where I have mine?
Yeah, so it's out of the way, yeah. Because I have mags and then I have medic pouch.
Okay.
So
See,
I'm just going to kick it back.
I run mine on my 5 o'clock, my medic pouch.
That's exactly what I'm going to do on my rig.
There you go. Yeah, so one side it was holster, medic pouch.
Are you talking about on your rig?
On my belt.
Oh, I'm talking rig here, bro. Like carrier.
Oh, okay. No, I had that on a battle belt.
Yeah.
Which
fuck,
I'm gonna,
fuck that.
which I'm probably gonna get rid of.
Yeah, so you'll have to reconfigure it. Well, you'll probably do the same thing. You're just gonna put it up. Yeah,
on the back,
yeah, exactly. So basically the exact same thing.
I have that hydration pack on mine though. Is the only thing. I don't know.
Oh, it's on your carrier, like a Molly one.
Yeah,
I would get rid of that. I just use the backpack.
It's not as bad as you think. Like we had a Brent that was in the group for a little while there. He was giving me kind of shit about that because it's like, what if you have to get into a car or something? And I'm like, I've been in a car. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh no, they're not that bad. But I mean, I'd rather just not have it on me. You know what I mean? Like if I want it off, I can take it off, kind of thing. That's the only reason why. Because you can buy like the smaller Camelback or whatever company for that matter. But like you can buy a smaller one. I have one that's a smaller backpack that's just for that. You know what I mean? But then again, if I'm wearing my big shit, I also don't want to wear my backpack if there's that mollied on thing, because that's just weird. Because now you're adding even more shit on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. It could go.
Because we always rock packs, dude. So it's like if you already have that on there, it's like, how do I put my pack on too? It just kind of like you stick way back and out.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could use some revision, but I personally would just like to run it without, like, cause I've never worn a backpack while I was wearing my gear. So
well, it's better. Yeah, I would say it's better to get used to it without it because that's not, if you're just at the range, right, then that's how you're going to run it. But then also get used to it with the backpack because if you really had to use it for shit hits the fan, now you're used to it.
Well,
too.
I want to get a new fucking carrier anyway.
You have a Condor, right?
Yeah, which I like it because it fits me, but I'm going to get one of the ones that actually is going to be smaller.
I think half the people we know have a Condor chest rig.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say half, dude.
Well, I want to get one
they're affordable.
That's just the size of this thing here. I want to get like
the smaller ones.
Yeah, like a Shellback Tactical or something like that, like the one that Richard has. Shout out to Richard. It's not good. It's gonna be like a little half shirt on me, but I mean, it is what it is. Like that's how they're supposed to fit, I guess. And you kind of have to find one that fits your body style. And I'm never gonna find one that like fits me as well as the one I have now does, and provides the same amount of protection. Because they don't like make these plates in any other sizes than these here. I mean, you can get like larger ones, I think, but I don't know about taller. I don't think they make taller plates. I haven't seen taller ones.
I'm almost positive. I don't know for sure, but I'm almost positive they have bigger plates, like overall.
Because that's what I would need. Is I need a fucking big old.
Because this is like your standard size, but then there's like I've seen them before where they're bigger, like that big.
I might have to just fucking sack up and just buy a new one.
Yeah.
Put a block of foam at the bottom. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Corey. I'm probably going to get... I have some more of this stuff, I'm pretty sure. I just got to find it, and then I'll stack it up on the bottom, get that thing
You
up.
get shot, there's just like a big old poof of styrofoam.
Yeah, boof. Well,
it's snowing!
I'm hoping... I mean, now that you said that, if I could find taller plates, I'll just buy taller plates.
I think that was the reason why they made them that big, too, so it could accommodate like all the sizes that they make.
Larger
At least that's
cavities.
what I think. Yeah, but I've seen them. You can actually go on AR and look them up because there's different sizes.
That's legit.
And they have the smaller ones too. Like they're actually smaller than this.
Yeah, they have the ones too that you can put in the sides too. Like I
well, yeah.
I have two.
Yeah, I'm just saying the front and back plates you can actually get smaller. Like they're more like speed cut or something. There's I think it's called swimmer's cut. They actually have it where it's like arced down. So if I remember correctly, it's like arced down more here and even a little bit down here.
Okay.
So, but I don't know. I haven't looked at plates in about 2 years, 3 years.
I know it's been a while.
So I already got mine. I'm just like, whatever.
I know. I'm kind of glad those are mine.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Fuck it. I don't know. I'll have to fuck with it. Look, see if they got some.
Yeah, but look up the bigger one then, because if that's your problem, or get a different carrier like you were saying, and then go from there.
I don't know. We'll see.
It all costs so much fucking money though when you're talking plate carriers.
Yeah, they are not fucking cheap.
And I think that's why everyone ends up going with the Condor because they're like, well, I'm already spending this much with the fucking armor.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's like, well, they say buy once, cry once.
Well, yeah, exactly. I always say like with your carrier and your backpack, that's where you should be spending, or chest rig. That's where you should really be spending your money. Now, with the pouches and stuff, you can definitely go high end if you want, but like you can just go with Condor stuff if you're on a budget.
Yeah.
But at least you're not going to have to buy that rig or that backpack again. You know, I went through like 5 backpacks before I went to Camelback, and I was just like, nah, I'm sticking with them because they're mil-spec, and they're just great quality. You know, I'm sure there's better backpacks out there, but for that mid-price range, like, they're pretty good. They're expensive, but, I mean, it's still, like, mid-range.
Yeah. That's legit. What do you do for clothing-wise?
Like gear for bug-out stuff or for what?
Yeah, or like camo. That type of stuff.
Well, in our environment, definitely multicam is the the best looking, like, to match the terrain. Ultimately,
do you have a brand preference?
Not really. I mean, I've used Proper 511. I can't remember the other one. Is it?
There's True Spec.
I have one pair, actually a multicam that is in True Spec. I feel like there's one other brand that's like a major one that I've had too. But yeah, I don't really, I'm not really like too much of a snob on that stuff. But I do like the old school, like BDU style fucking woodland camouflage.
That's your like True Spec.
Yeah, that I wear like all the time.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm all about that too.
Yeah, True Spec or Proper. Those are the two. Proper's even cheaper.
Yeah.
So, but that's what I mean. I bought that shit back in the 90s, like the same exact thing.
It
like
is
the military surplus,
Yep.
And you could buy it now, and it's still like under $30.
Yeah, I like that. I wish I could afford the like the Cry pants, like with the fucking knee pads and stuff. But like, come on, like $200 for a pair of pants, and I'm just to beat the shit out of them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, come on.
Yeah, and then we actually there you go, Jamie. Our next fucking gear review will be on the knee pads that we have.
Okay.
That's what we'll do next week. Because
I still have yet to even use those.
So we did a big day where we had a bunch of our friends come out, and we all went like shooting at the range and stuff. And I told everyone gloves and then these knee pads. Yeah. No, I'm good. And we went out and everyone went out and shot. Only a couple like listened and got those knee pads. I had a couple loaners too, of like a cheaper model, and then it's Alta knee pads. And we'll do that review next week, I promise. And then right after we were done shooting, everyone's like, okay, what's the brand name of the gloves and what's the brand name of the fucking knee pads? And it just became like everyone, right? It was like on our chat. Everyone's like, wait, what were they again? Because I'm not going out there again without them.
I will never go out and do a day like that without knee pads again, man. No. It was brutal.
I'm up, they see me, I'm down. That's all I have to say. Because once you start doing, if you've never done that, I'm up, they see me, I'm down. Holy fuck, you want fucking that shit. You could get good where you wouldn't necessarily 100% need the gloves, probably, but we still we still were, because you're putting all your weight down, and then you're doing it for hours, so it's like, and there's gravel in some spots, there's thorns and shit in other spots.
Oh, yeah. I put my face like in fucking hay and dirt just so many times.
There was animal shit out there.
Yeah,
it's like at a farm.
You had to fucking lay in it. Like,
yeah.
I mean, it was a hot day, so it wasn't like it was any fresh pies out there.
No,
but I mean, yeah. But that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, because we did the glove review, so we should definitely do the knee pad one next week. Yeah. Yeah, they're really comfortable and they don't really slip or anything. That was the other thing. All the other brands that I've ever owned before, they're always working their way down.
I know, and that's actually what I'm really excited about to use them, is that they don't move.
Well, you'll love them, dude, and they're comfy, dude. Like they're not like, you don't feel like you're wearing knee pads most of the time.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. They don't get in the way like all the other ones do. And like I said, how they keep walking down.
Yeah.
Like maybe twice if you're wearing them, you kind of adjust them, but compared to every fucking time you get down on other knee pads, they're just like, it's fucking awesome.
I have some knee pads that are made out of basically this exact foam.
I've seen those
and
ones.
they're cut so they go inside the actual pant. The thing is, I don't like, I have
those things went out of style real fast because everyone's fucking their pants up. The insert that goes in your pants because it's fucking your whole pants up.
Because like if you're using it, you mean?
Yeah, because you put those in there and then you're dropping down on your knees and then your pants are getting shredded.
Oh, well, I mean, it's like you're. It's going to happen if you're going on your knees anyway. Are you saying that like? Maybe
well, not if you're wearing knee pads. I'm just saying like if you're wearing if you're wearing those pants, because that's what a lot of people when it first came out.
I'm just thinking like versus not wearing knee pads.
Well, yeah,
like
fuck yeah. But also I've had it where I wore one that had those in it and they were moving all around. And I got rid of them.
So
it was weird.
The pants,
and some people, real quick, depending on their body frame, sometimes it's below where it needs to be.
Right, I believe that.
Just like barely. So then you're like, well, what the fuck's the point?
I only have like my Woodlands and like my black BDUs. They're actually like the true spec or the proper. They don't actually have the cutouts for those.
Right. Yeah. Only some of them do.
But all the stuff that I got from the paintball store, those all have them because they're the ACU style, where they have like the smokes pocket up here and the smokes pocket down on your ankles or whatever, and then. Yeah, the sideways cut cargo pocket.
Yeah, all the like tactical type pants with all the multiple pockets and shit. They did have those.
Yeah,
I don't know if they do now still because it was kind of a trend for a minute.
Well, even those that navy camo one that you gave me had it.
Had it?
Yeah, it did. I wish I'd like to have more of those actually, but
those are true spec, right? Those ones.
Yeah, true spec.
Yeah, those are good fucking pants.
They're ACUs.
Yeah,
they weren't BDUs.
They're shorts now.
Yeah, they are. the pants that I have that have the cutouts. The thing was, I had to buy them in a really big waist size so that it would be long enough to get, because they didn't have like a medium long. They just had, I had to get like large or extra large or whatever so that it fit the length of my legs, which kind of sucks. So I was thinking about having them altered because it's like, it sucks having that ton of fabric like bunched up in the front or wherever your belt is. But I mean, I would wear them more like casually, like out if they fit me better, but they don't. So I only wear them to.
You buy the BDUs, you pull the drawstring on the bottom. This is what I do every time. Pull it so it's like as tight as it can go on where your foot is supposed to be, and then I take a scissor and go and just take that shit off. You know that it's all hangs off there, so you can blouse them or whatever.
You talking about the
at the foot, at the bottom of your foot on a BDU, right down here.
Yeah.
There's the strings that hang out, so you can like tighten it, so you can blouse it into your fucking boot. I fucking just every time tighten it as much as I can, take a scissor and go click. Just
Oh,
and then
so you have
loosen it back
a
up.
okay.
So I don't have that fucking bullshit hanging out,
string,
dude.
yeah.
Fuck that stuff. And if I want to tuck it into my goddamn boot, I could still. Like that doesn't, you know what I
You
mean?
still just fold it over, like, and then stuff it in your boot. Yeah.
Exactly. You're pegging your pants and then you're throwing it in there.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I'll just fucking put my boots over it when I'm doing that. The only time
I've
I've ever
been
actually done that is when I've been like out in like the fucking woods.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but then most of the time, even now, I don't really do that anymore.
Yeah, I do. Like, it used to be a big thing, like, back when you were trying to fucking be, like, a baby operator, you know what I mean? But, like, now it's like every operator you see just runs the fucking pants over the boots. It's like you kind of adjust your style or whatever. I've just had no use to really go. Ticks was, like, a big one, though. That's
Snakes, ticks, that kind of thing. That's what I was saying. Like, if you're in the woods or some shit, like, actually, like, pathfinding, you know, you're going off in the middle of nowhere, yeah, you probably want to do that.
Yeah.
Then you don't get shit stuck in your pants either.
I've got some fucking... I have, like, so many different, like, camo outfits. It's fucking awesome. All with the... I got combat shirts for all of them.
Tops and bottoms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The combat shirts that's got that, like...
I mean, if you live in
Armour.
California, you're like, if you haven't bought any camo yet, I mean, honestly, just get fucking multicam.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all. If you don't have anything else, get a top and a bottom. And
Multi-glam.
Yeah, sure. I mean, because it's going to blend into pretty much every environment here, you know, outside of the snow when you go up in the Sierras. But, I mean, other than that, it's going to blend. Like, I've worn that shit at the beach. Looks like it blends in pretty well. I've worn that shit in every environment around here. It works, you know, whether it's the wet season or a little less in the wet season. My favorite's still woodland, the old school style. I just like it.
See, and woodland's good for the wet season.
Right.
Because everything's super green.
And that's it. Those are the only ones that I really like, honestly. Yeah. I like the tricolored desert, the old school one.
I like that one, too.
And I like
the one
Marine Corps digital one, too, is pretty badass desert.
I have that one.
I have a pair of pants of those.
I have the
True
pants. I don't have a top, though.
Yeah, I don't either. You
know where I got the pants, though? Was the Stevens Creek surplus. And you can actually buy...
Awesome place.
Like, you can buy medium longs there. So, like, I've been meaning to go there, and I'm just going to fucking get a bunch of pants just because I want to have
True Spec does run longer than most of them, too. Just, like, in my experience, getting the same sizes in Proper or True Spec is longer.
Okay. Well, I know, but I still need a long, though, because it's like I have such a small waist versus, like, how long my legs are. That's the one thing I hate is that, like, I can never just get clothes that fucking fit.
Yeah, and the other thing, too, is I always have to Steve Urkel the fuck out of my pants because, like, you want to be able to climb over shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
because the crotch is so low.
And it's fucking weird.
Yeah.
The BDU style, like the proper ones that I have, I've never had that problem.
Yeah.
But with some of the other ones, yeah, they get weird. They get, like, constrictive in the hip area, like, kind of the material.
Yeah, it kind of binds up a little bit.
I've noticed, too, with the True Spec 2, they have a bigger front area. Like, with your zipper, it's, like, comes up higher, too, even just if you're wearing it normal or not. So then when you pull them up to, like, actually make sure you have that extra space, then you're totally, like, fucking Billy Button surfing it. You know what I mean? You're like, what the fuck, Urkel?
That's funny.
But, yeah, dude, we got to remember, dude, the knee pads next week because those are fucking awesome.
Yeah, and I'll bring out the foam ones just for the fuck of it.
Yeah, sure.
So, and we could bring out, like, I have the old school ones, the ones that are like like what you would see was like true mil spec basically, just the one that's like the big paddle. And we'll bring a bunch of them out. Fuck it.
Sure.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, and then like even with Alta, that's the name of the brand with the knee pads. There's a couple different designs. There's like I think 3 maybe, and it's only one that I know works 100%. So we'll talk. That's a little teaser. So
I wonder where mine are.
Probably. Well,
I don't think they're in my. I think they're in my bug out bag actually. I don't know.
One of mine is like less than probably 10 feet away from me right now.
Yeah, is it over there?
It's right there in that container.
Nice. Yeah, fucking ain't. I want to buy more gear now. God damn it! Why do we talk about
Right,
this?
it was all our fault. We started talking about gear on the live stream, and now we're like, I want more gear.
I just want to buy fucking more gear. I'm a geardo. Geardo.
I hate this because my phone keeps going to the sleep mode. I'm trying to keep this open.
Oh yeah, so we can have one more fake viewer.
Well, no, because I can see the chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nobody's.
Oh, nothing new. Yeah. All right. Well, maybe it's time to go because we're getting close.
Yeah, we got about 15 minutes where we're gonna start recording. So.
Well, we'll have more time than that, but yeah.
Yeah, we will. Unfortunately.
Yeah, so next week we'll probably do, like, we got one up there, new one.
So it's Joel R. I finally made it to one, bro.
Oh, there you go. Well, maybe we'll stay for a second.
Yeah. What's up, Joel?
Yeah, we're getting ready to close. We're going to be talking about knee pads next week for tactical gear. We did the plates for the, once again here, armor plates. So
Yeah, Joel, you'll have to go back and
Yeah.
watch the episode. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
he
we,
will.
We just did a lot of stuff. But yeah, we did a little review of like
armor.
what makes a bulletproof vest bulletproof. And
Yeah.
it's these
And
plates here.
Chucky trailer, Rambo trailer we did today.
Yeah, but that was the coolest thing. That we
And
did.
then, well, sure. And then Corey's little funny video thing, that was pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was really good.
Yeah, except for the last one, or the last two. They were kind of stupid. But you didn't make it, so it's not your fault. You're the victim here.
Hell yeah.
Pretty much is what I'm saying.
Awesome. He says I'll tune into the next one. Beautiful.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Well, thanks for making it, man. Appreciate
All right, you
it.
want to do a little quick thing about the social stuff? Real quick.
Yeah, we
So we can do
got. Where
And if you are here, make sure you subscribe. Make sure that you hit the thumbs up there. Share it. Try to spread it since we're all shadow banned here.
Yeah, so the only way that other people are going to see this podcast is if you guys share it, because if you type in any of the stuff that we talk about,
You kind of have to proselytize a little bit. Is basically what we're saying.
yeah, like it doesn't come up on YouTube
Yeah.
if you type it in and you're not already subscribed.
And
so-
me and Jamie are gonna, and part of our little battle plan that we've been doing for the podcast is gonna be like promoting it on other social media, so it'll send them to the YouTube.
Yeah. Cool. Check us out on other social media if you guys want to. We're on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, obviously, Instagram, SoundCloud, Pornhub, Patreon, and now Spotify. Spotify, you're going to have to type in, I recommend just typing in Grim86, and then click on the episodes tab instead of most watched.
Right.
And that will give you the most content that you can find
Yeah.
from us on there. I have already emailed SoundCloud support, as you guys know.
Yeah, which we were doing at the beginning of the show.
Yeah. So hopefully they'll get back to us and kind of help walk me through that that process. I'm going to try and find out if they have like a Discord or something, and we'll go in there and see what's up. But, yeah, hopefully we'll get more consistent on Spotify. Yeah, so working on that.
for sure.
If you guys want to check out our merch, you can pick yourself up a awesome Grim86 Freedom First podcast.
Oh yeah. Do like
shirt.
Corey did.
Yep. You can go to shop.spreadshirt.com/Grim86, and you can get your merch there.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, and then we're gonna be filming episode 41 tonight.
41, yeah.
So that'll be out tomorrow. So we're gonna be doing that now. We're gonna do our show prep for that, and that's about it, right, for today.
That is. That concludes the live stream for today, folks. Thank you guys for stopping by. We'll see you again tomorrow. New episode 41, Grim86 Freedom First Podcast. Thanks for tuning in.